Hello, I'm Dr. Sam Hancock of the Emerald Planet and Emerald Planet TV. We come to you on a week-to-week basis from Washington, D.C. in the United States as we look around the globe in 144 different nations, looking for those 1,000 best practices, the technology, services, and products that are making a difference as we move through the 21st century. And as we have a planet of 9 billion people by 2038 and possibly 12 to 13 billion by the end of this century, how are we going to be able to take care of all these people on planet Earth? And that's what Emerald Planet's all about. We come to you looking at the solutions, the best practices from around the globe as we create the Emerald Planet. Hello, welcome to the Emerald Planet. We're making a difference as we move through the 21st century. And seeing the long-term impacts of climate change. We're glad to have you. Thank you for being with us.
We're going to be talking about plant-based power for life. I'm going to repeat that. Plant-based power for life. We don't normally think about plants and power. We think about plants and beauty and softness and nature and going out and enjoy it. But plants really can be the engines for good health, for good nutrition, and also at the same time a good environmental and a good planet. And we have Granetta Coleman. She's a certified Food for Life instructor of the Rooted Dish. And she's going to tell us about this plant-based power for health. And I just think this is fantastic, Granetta, that you have this theme. How does this fit into the vegan, the vegetarian of this plant-based power for health and power for life?
Thank you for having me. And this theme is really near and dear to my heart because a lot of people in my family have suffered from chronic diseases that we all thought were the natural part of the aging process. And it turns out that plants and being plant-based can actually help you prevent or reverse a lot of chronic diseases.
Now, you're saying reverse chronic diseases. Now, we have this very complex chart here. Tell us what we're looking at. But when we summarize this image about this reversal of chronic diseases, let's talk a little bit about that, and then we'll go through this whole plant-based power for health.
All right. So before the 1990s, one area, you see that artery that's clogged up. Before the 1990s, people didn't know that once you got coronary artery disease and your arteries got blocked up, the only thing they could do for you was surgery. And it turns out that if you eat the right things, you may be able to reverse the blockages in your arteries. Similarly, with diabetes, people thought once you got diabetes, it would just progress and there's nothing you can do to reverse it. And it turns out that if you eat the right things, you may be able to reverse your diabetes. So there's a lot of chronic conditions that you might not have to get, or you might be able to reverse based on what you eat.
Okay, we're looking at some scales and a tape measure and other things here. Tell us how they fit into this plant-based power for health.
So I just wanted to exemplify some of the conditions that what you eat can affect. And those are obesity, so your weight. They are diabetes, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, which is high blood pressure. Both high cholesterol and hypertension can lead to heart disease and kidney disease. All of these things can be affected by what you eat.
It's amazing. Now, looking at the power plate and how all that fits in, over on the right, looking into the screen, tell us how that relates directly back to the power plate that we're looking at here.
So when you eat a plant-based diet, you are not eating animal products. That means you're not eating meat, you're not eating seafood, you're not eating poultry, you're not eating any dairy products, so no cow's milk, no cheese, no cow's yogurt. and you're not eating eggs. So people wonder, well, you took away everything. What am I supposed to eat? And this power plate,
Absolutely.
yeah. So this power plate shows you what you are actually can eat for health and for power. And that includes 4 food groups: the legumes, the fruits, the whole grains, and the vegetables. But to give it a little extra punch, it's healthful to limit your oils. So the other side of this slide shows the oils to avoid, even olive oil, or minimize. Olive oil, seeds and nuts, and avocados are all things that if you minimize them, it can be healthful.
Okay. Now, 500 calories, and tell us what this little cartoon really is telling us and how we need to take it. No pun intended. Take it to heart.
Yes. Well, weight can be a gateway to other diseases. So if you become obese, there's a better chance that your blood pressure will go up. There's a better chance that you can develop type 2 diabetes. So you want to be full. And how do you fill your stomach and still lose weight or maintain a healthy weight? The way is to eat fruits and vegetables. So you will see the fruits and vegetables, if you eat 500 calories of them, your stomach will be completely full. There's a little red line there. The fruits and vegetables have filled your entire stomach. If you eat grains and beans, you'll be 3/4 full. If you eat meat, your stomach will only be half full on the same amount of calories. So you're probably going to want to eat again. If you eat cheese, like 2 slices of cheese pizza, your stomach may be only 3/4 full, but you've used up your whole 500 calories. And if you have a little bit of oil, it actually doesn't fill you up very much, but it takes up all those calories. So you will lose more weight and feel full if you eat plant foods.
Okay, let's go back to the first 2 on the right, fruit and vegetables, grains and beans. Now, this is actually, I eat almost exclusively out of these 2 areas. So how do I fill my tummy, make sure that I feel very full and relaxed, but yet have everything that I need using these, if I can use these 2 food groups?
Well, the beauty of it is if you eat a plant-based diet, you do not actually have to count calories. I only showed this to show you why in your mind you may wonder why I can eat an entire plate of fruits, vegetables, grains, and legumes and still lose weight or maintain your weight. So what you want to do is you just create meals using these 4 foods and you eat them. And eat as much as you want until you're full. And you should be able to maintain a healthy weight or lose weight.
So if I have the beans and the grains and mix that with the fruit and vegetables, it really, I can eat just about what I want and how I want it, as long as I'm using those. Again, this may be a gross exaggeration, but these 2 main food groups.
Exactly. And as long as you keep the oils low, if you fry your fruits and vegetables, if you saute your grains and beans in too much oil, you're not going to have the same result. So you really want to try to also keep those oils low.
Yeah, I use no oils, no salt, no sugar, no MSG, a lot of things I've just eliminated, no extra water. But I do eat out of these first 2 food groups. And now you sent this over to me. I'm not sure exactly what this is all about.
Well, this one I sent to you because a lot of people don't know that diabetes is less related to sugar as the primary cause as it is to fat. So this slide is showing you that when your cells get clogged up and gummed up with fat, your insulin cannot work to get the glucose into your cells to use it. So the glucose hangs out in your blood and you develop diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So if you eliminate animal fat and you eliminate those excess oils, you can get that gummy oil out of your cells and you may be able to reverse your diabetes or significantly decrease your need for medication.
That is fantastic. Wow, that's worth the whole conversation we're having today right there for many of the viewers that we have both in the United States and around the globe, because people are becoming more obese everywhere on the planet. not just in the very developed nations, but even your emerging economy nations. More and more people are becoming obese. Now, plant-based diet, clean out your cells. You talked a little bit about that. What else is going on in those first two areas we talked about, the grains and beans and the fruits and vegetables?
So in addition, so as I said before about removing the fat from your cells, also when you're eating grains, beans, fruits, and vegetables, you are filling your body up with antioxidants. And what those do is they protect your cells from damage. They protect your cells from damage from the sun. They protect your cells from damage from toxins or even the development of cancer. So a really important aspect of eating these plants, these power foods, is it provides you with this great protection.
That's absolutely incredible. Diabetes, pre-diabetes. This is a sobering thought right here.
Yes. And these statistics for the US, 34 million people have diabetes, 88 million have pre-diabetes, and many of them do not even know it. So it's a tsunami of poor health that is coming down the pike. And worldwide, the number of people, according to the World Health Organization, that have diabetes is 400 million.
Yeah,
So
this is incredible numbers, because you look at this is not quite, but almost half of the entire population of the United States.
it's not pretty. And a lot of these people are going to be children.
My goodness, yeah, and you're seeing it when you're on the bus or in the subway, you're driving down the road. I mean, you just see it. Okay, you got this juxtaposition here. Why?
So cholesterol is one of the main reasons why your arteries get clogged, and that can lead to heart disease and heart attacks. So you look at the meat on the slide and you think, oh, is the white marbling, is that the cholesterol? It is not. That is the fat. That's the saturated fat. And you can carve that off, but the cholesterol is actually inside the cells of the meat and you can't see it. So even if you get a lean cut of meat, you're still going to get cholesterol that clogs your arteries. The beauty part of plants is it doesn't have any cholesterol. So the easiest way to lower your cholesterol, lower your risk of heart disease from that aspect is to eat plants and eliminate the meat.
Going back to these clogged arteries, let's go over that again.
So I said in the 1990s, Dr. Dean Ornish did a study where he had people who literally had no other hope because their arteries were so clogged. He took pictures of their arteries and they were clogged like these in this slide. He put them on a vegetarian diet with no smoking, minimal exercise, and meditation, and their arteries unclogged in 82% of the patients in the study.
82%. That is absolutely incredible. Soluble fiber. Tell us about that. And we're just about running out of time.
Okay.
So let's go on. Let's use this. Well, I'll just go through the images. What do you see for the need for people to be moving into this plant-based power for health to save humanity, but also save the planet? You've got about 20 seconds.
Well, as you've seen before, not only are plants good for our bodies, but they are good for the planet because they use less resources, they create less carbon emissions, and it can actually be delicious. So here's a variety of different dishes that you can eat plant-based and enjoy your life and live a long, healthy life.
Yeah, and as I can attest, the food that you make is absolutely delicious, great recipes, and thank you to the Rooted Dish and Granetta Coleman for being with us as we create the Emerald Planet.
Thank you.